It's time to predict the scores of game week 39 of this 2023-2024 championship season. If you're playing along over at the Superbru website, then in game week 38, top scorer with 15.5 points was summer of 2018. At the top of the championship, things are really hotting up as Leeds leapfrog Leicester City into the top spot, although Leicester do have a game in hand. But we're here to predict game week 39, and it all kicks off on Friday, because all of these fixtures are taking place on Friday the 29th of March, which is Good Friday, and we head down to Ashton Gate where Bristol City take on Leicester City. Leicester, as we said, was in FA Cup action in game week 38, allowing Leeds to climb to the top of the table. Bristol City, 5 defeats in their last 6 matches. Will want to get back to winning ways, but they will find it tough against Leicester. Leicester, in their last match, it was a 2-2 draw against Hull, who were chasing down a playoff spot themselves. In this one, I think Leicester going to be too hot for Bristol City, and I can see the Foxes coming away with a 2-0 win. Next up at 1 o'clock, we got Millwall taking on West Brom in London. Millwall in their last match suffered defeat against Leeds, which enabled the Whites to head to the top of the pyramid. West Brom back-to-back wins now, with wins against Bristol City and Huddersfield. This one I think will be tight. I think Millwall will make life difficult for West Brom, but I think the Baggies will come away with all 3 points in a 2-1 away victory. Then we head to the Cardiff City Stadium, and I will be in attendance for this match. We got Sunderland, who are on a woeful run of form at the moment. They did end that run of 6 defeats on the trot with a 0-0 draw against QPR in the last match. And Cardiff City were woeful in that first half against Swansea in the South Wales derby. Prior to that, though, they had 4 wins on the bounce, and they do return to Cardiff City Stadium. I do think it'll be a different attitude and a different performance from the Bluebirds, and I can see Cardiff running out 2-1 winners in this one. They might find it a little bit difficult to keep a clean sheet, although defensively they've been sound recently. Next up, we move to the John Smith Stadium where Huddersfield Town take on Coventry City. Coventry absolutely fantastic in their last match against Watford, 2-1, and prior to that it was a very good 5-0 victory against Rotherham. Huddersfield Town find themselves in the bottom 3 now, really finding things difficult, especially after that 0-0 draw against Rotherham, and I do fancy Coventry to take all 3 points in 2-0 away win. We then move to the MKM Stadium where Hull City take on Stoke. As I just mentioned, Hull City a 2-2 draw against Leicester in their last fixture, and Stoke a little bit of inconsistency over their last 6 or 7 matches. A 3-0 defeat against Norwich, and I think they're going to suffer defeat in this match. I think Hull City, their exciting attack, have too much for the Potters, and I can see Hull winning this one 3-1. We then move to Carrow Road where Norwich take on Plymouth. Plymouth, we know all about Plymouth's away record this season. It's been pretty dismal, haven't it? And in their last fixture they lost at home, I think it was at home, wasn't it, against Preston End 1-0. Norwich, though, currently in 6th position, and they'll want to cement themselves in the playoff spots. Last time out, they beat Stoke City 3-0, which was a follow-up to that 5-0 thumping of Rotherham. That's 8 goals in their last 2 matches without return, and I think they'll beat Plymouth here, again quite comfortably, 2-0. We then move to Deepdale, where Preston take on Rotherham. This one's got a home victory all written all over it, and I'm just going to go for a straightforward 2-0 victory to Preston. Then we move to London where QPR take on Birmingham. This is massive for both clubs. Both of these teams just hovering above the relegation zone. Birmingham 5 defeats in their last 6 fixtures. QPR just the 1 defeat in their last 6. At home, you do fancy QPR, especially on the run that Birmingham are on. Birmingham will look to go to Loftus Road and get a draw, but I think QPR will just sneak this one in a tight match 2-1. We then move on to Hillsborough where Sheffield Wednesday take on Swansea. Swansea very good in that first half against Cardiff in South Wales derby, and Sheffield Wednesday now back-to-back defeats Disappointingly, Ipswich, where they lost 6-0. Prior to that, it was 2-0 defeat against Leeds, but both of those teams are in the automatic positions at the moment. Sheffield Wednesday are second from bottom. They'll want to bounce back. However, Swansea, 3 wins in their last 6. It's going to be tough. I think it's going to end up in a draw, which probably won't be ideal for Sheffield Wednesday, but will probably mean Swansea City won't get dragged into that relegation scrap. Yeah, 1-1 draw on that one. Then we move down to St Mary's, with Southampton take on Middlesbrough. Southampton currently in 4th position. Middlesbrough 10th position in the league at the moment. A draw in their last fixture against Blackburn. A little bit disappointingly there after 3 wins on the bounce. And Southampton returning to winning ways in their last 2 matches with wins over Sunderland and Birmingham. In this one, I think Southampton are going to take all 3 points in this one. It's going to be a good game, but I think the Saints will come out with a 2-1 victory in the end. Then we move on to Blackburn at Ewood Park, where Rovers take on Ipswich Town. Ipswich, a fantastic 6-0 victory over the Owls in the last match. And Blackburn Rovers, look at that, 6 draws in their last 7 matches. However, I think Ipswich are going to be too strong for Blackburn in this one, and I think Ipswich will come away with a 3-1 victory. And the final match on Good Friday sees Watford take on Leeds United. Leeds, 6 wins in their last 7 matches, a phenomenal run they're on. Watford, inconsistency is the name of the game with the Hornets. Leeds United, they got a lot of players on international duty at the moment, especially that Welsh contingent of Ampadu, James and Rodon. They're playing on Tuesday evening. This one, I think Leeds will come away with a win here. But I think Watford will get a goal, but ultimately I see Leeds winning this one 2-1. So those are my predictions for game week 39. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Superbru website. Enjoy your Good Friday fixtures. There will be more fixtures to predict coming for Easter Monday. But for now, bid you farewell. I'll see you all in the next video.